Hello, my lovelies. It is time for another round of Wheel of TBR, so stay tuned. If you're new here, hi, hello, welcome. If you're not new here, welcome back. Wheel of TBR is one of my multiple TBR games that I play in order to help pick my TBR for the upcoming month. And the way this one works typically is I will spin my wheel 5 times. However, the amount of times can change based on other factors. However, I will pick a book based on whatever the prompt is that comes up. I will also mark the board. If I get 5 marks on the board, I have to add a bonus spin. Or 5 marks on the same slice. Anyway, so let me start out by telling you how I did last month. So first off, last month I had one book that was to be rolled over, and that was The Brightest Night by Jennifer L. Armentrout. And I have not read that, but I'm going to be rolling it over again. Next up, my actual spins for January. I ended up having to do 5 spins. So for the first spin, I got Wild Card, and for that I was to read The Seeker, and I have read that. My second spin was for fantasy, and for that I selected Sorcery of Thorns, and I did read that. My third spin was for Sprayed Edges, and for that I was to read Book of Night, and I did read that. My fourth spin was for a book with a monster in it, and for that I selected Ruthless, and I'm currently reading that. And for my fifth spin, I was to pick a book based on Goodreads, and for that I selected Lies She Told, and I did read that. So I have no punishment spins. Now I did complete my Better Book It game, which I will link up here if you want to go and check that out. If I complete that game in the 72 hours that I have, then I get to take a base spin off of my wheel. So I only have to do 4 spins this month. So I have a few books that I need to try to fit on my TBR. So first off, the winner for my Have I Read It number 86 was Once Upon a River, and that got 23 votes. For Have I Read It number 87, I had to pick the top 3 books, and in first place was Unravel the Dusk, so I'm definitely reading that. Then in second place was Joe and Laurie. And in third place, there was a 6-book tie. So I just decided with the tie, I'm going to pick whichever one I want out of those. So I will be reading The Fell of Dark by Caleb Rorig. So every month, my coffee patrons get a little bit of a say. I have a book buddy of the month, and they get to pick the buddy read for our group, as well as one of the books that I have to read. So I call it my read of the month. So my read of the month is Where the Dark Stands Still by A.B. Poranek, and the buddy read for my coffee patrons is Come Find Me by Megan Miranda. So that's 6 books I need to try to fit onto my wheel. So I'm only supposed to be doing 4 spins, so we'll see how this goes. I do have a couple of danger zones. Coffee is one. Middle grade is one. So let's just spin and see what we get. Spin number 1. Anthology. Okay. I can't think of any anthologies offhand. And none of those books that I need to read are anthologies. So this may take me a second. So right after I turned my camera off, I actually remembered one that I have, and that's Hungry Hearts, edited by Elise Chapman and Carol Tung Richmond. And this is 13 Tales of Food and Love. A shy teenager attempts to express how she really feels through confections she makes at her family pasteria. A tourist from Montenegro desperately seeks a magic soup dumpling that could cure his fear of death. An aspiring chef realizes that butter and soul are the key ingredients to win a cooking competition that could grant him the money to save his mother's life. Welcome to Hungry Hearts Row, where the answers to most of life's hard questions are kneaded, rolled, baked. Where a typical greeting is, have you had anything to eat? Where magic and food and love are sometimes one and the same. Told in interconnected short stories, Hungry Hearts explores the many meanings food can take on beyond mere nourishment. It can symbolize love and despair, family and culture, belonging and home. So this is what I will be reading for that. And let's replace anthology with a reread. And we'll put a mark there. Only one mark on that spot. All right, spin number 2. Retelling. Ooh. I think for this one I'm going to go with Joe and Lori because that's a Little Women retelling, kind of, I think. Continuation, something like that. Okay, so let's replace retelling with POC, person of color. All right, and we'll mark that. That makes this one now a danger zone as well because there are 4 marks on that. All right, spin number 3. Adult, okay. Come Find Me by Megan Miranda is adult, so yay. Actually, no, it's not. It's YA. So let me see what else I got. Okay, so nothing I have on my list classifies really as adult. So I'm going to have to find something else. Okay, so I think for this I'm going to go with You Again by Kate Goldbeck. This says, they can't stop hating each other long enough to fall in love. When Ari and Josh first meet, the wrong kind of sparks fly. They hate each other instantly. A free-spirited, struggling comedian, Ari likes to keep things casual and never sleeps over after hooking up. Josh, a born and bred New Yorker, has ambitious plans to take the culinary world by storm and find the one. They have absolutely nothing in common, except that they happen to be sleeping with the same woman. Ari and Josh never expect their paths to cross again, but years later, as they're both reeling from ego-bruising breakups, a chance encounter leads to a surprising connection, friendship. Turns out spending time with your former nemesis is fun when you're too sad to hate each other and too sad for hate sex. As friends without benefits, they find comfort in late-night Netflix binges, swiping through each other's online dating profiles, and bickering across boroughs. Until one night, the unspoken boundaries of their platonic relationship begin to blur. With sharp observations and sizzling chemistry, You Again explores the dynamics of co-ed friendship in this irresistible romantic comedy of modern love in all its forms. So this is what I'm going to read for that one. Okay, so we will replace adult with number in the title. Sorry if the lighting is terrible. My light's blue and I don't have any extra bulbs, so I have one very bright light off to the side. And it's late when I'm filming it, so no sun. Oh, and let me mark this. Ooh, this makes this one also a danger zone. Okay, well, we are on our final spin. If I do end up getting any bonus spins, I don't mark on the bonus spins. So this will be the last one I mark on. So spin number 4. Middle grade. Oh, that was also a danger zone. Oh, okay. Okay, When Life Gives You Mangoes by Corrine Gettin. This says, a summer she can't remember, a friendship she won't forget. Nothing much happens in Sycamore, the small village where Clara lives. At least that's how it seems. She loves eating ripe mangoes fallen from trees, running outside in the rainy season, and escaping to her secret hideout with her best friend, Gaina. There's only one problem. She can't remember anything about the previous summer. When a quirky girl called Rudy arrives from England, everything starts to change. Gaina stops acting like a best friend, while Rudy and Clara roam across the island and uncover an old family secret. As the summer reaches its peak and the island storms begin, Clara's memory starts to return, and she must finally face the truth of what happened last year. All right, so this is what I'm picking for middle grade. And we will replace that with Standalone. Also, let me wipe this clear. Okay, so we ended up with 5 spins after all. So this is a bonus spin, so I will not be marking it. I will change the prompt, however. All right, spin number 5. A short read. Okay, I would say for a short read, it's going to be something under 300 pages. So let me see. Okay, it seems like everything on my list is over 300 pages. So I'm going to have to find something else. Okay, the first thing I grabbed off my shelf, and it is only 186 pages. That is, There Are Things I Know by Karen B. Golightly. And this is actually an author that my mom knows and sent this to me. So I don't really know anything about it. This says, 8-year-old Pepper sees the world a little differently from most people. One day during a school field trip, he is kidnapped by a stranger and driven to rural Arkansas. The man who calls himself Uncle Dan claims that Pepper's mother has died and they are to live together from now on, but Pepper isn't convinced. He's always found it hard to figure out when people are lying, but he's absolutely certain his mother is alive and he's going to find her. So this is what I'm going to be reading for a short read. Like I said, I'm not marking it, but I will change out the prompt. We'll replace that with face. So that's a book with a face on the cover. Okay, so this is what I have plus Joe and Lori. So we have Hungry Hearts for an anthology, You Again for adult, When Life Gives You Mangoes for middle grade, There Are Things I Know for short read, and Joe and Lori for retelling. Have you read any of these books? Did you like them? Did you not? Comment down below and let me know. Well, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, give me a big thumbs up. If you'd like to see more videos like this, click that subscribe button down below. And until next time, remember to always be completely you. Bye!